Let's have a conversation. Greetings, Earthlings. If you watch the challenge, you know what that's referencing. Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Good enough. All right. Welcome, Cass and Jason. Because that looks like that's all who's here. At least in the comment section. Okay. So, getting into this episode. The beginning of the episode. So this episode was, again, primarily focused on Vince and Morgan. And for anyone who doesn't like hearing about Vince and Morgan, blame Big Brother, not me, because all I can do is talk about the biggest storyline left in the season, and that's on the Vince, Morgan, Lauren love triangle. And I don't care what you want me to call it, because in some ways and senses, that's what it is, because Vince is a central figure and Morgan and Lauren are against each other, but they both like Vince and they both want each other out. Ooh, shots fired. Cass and Chocolate are the new Lauren and Morgan, apparently. They showed the blockbuster a little later in the episode than usual, it seemed. And the blockbuster, not to skip ahead, but I mean, it was not very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was predictable. And once I saw what the blockbuster was, I was like, yeah, Keanu's winning this. And then Keanu was out there looking like Tomb Raider or something. It took me about 5 seconds of watching him, because it was really obviously for all of us watching, it was between Ashley and Keanu for whoever was going to win the blockbuster. And it took about 5 seconds. The first 5 seconds, I was like, how much is he going to win by? That was the only question in my mind. How much is he going to win by? And he made it look easy. He won easily. And honestly, if you saw my prediction that I made in the morning, I actually made my prediction video in the morning. I said, if I was a betting man, I'd bet on Keanu winning the BB blockbuster and Will going home. And that's exactly what happened. And I also said that that's what I want to happen. And the reason why I want it to happen is because I love Will, man. That was one of the hardest eviction nights that I have ever watched. I would have loved Ashley and Will both to stay, in terms of just maybe who I like the best on a personal level out of who's remaining. But then I said to myself, Will's not competitive. Yes, everybody loves Will, but in terms of Will being able to win HOH comps and win power vetoes and make decisions in the game, that wasn't happening. And that was my main reason for wanting Keanu and Ashley back, because that represents a chance for one of them or Morgan to win the next HOH and then take those smug looks off of the faces of Vince and Kelly and Ashley. I mean, Vince and Kelly, not Ashley. Sorry. I guess mainly Vincent, Kelly, and Lauren. That's what I was thinking, not Ashley. Slip of the tongue, Freudian slip, kind of. I thought Keanu wouldn't fit in the bottom gap. I mean, you didn't think they would account for that? I thought Ashley would do well in it. I mean, she did. I think she did do well, but Keanu moves fast for a guy that size. Um, But we clearly saw, based on the reactions of Ashley and Will, that they all knew where the votes were going. This was not a blind side. Will even admitted it when he was talking to his lemon drop, Julie. He admitted that all the people that were going to vote him out told him that they were going to vote him out. So Vince was the swing vote, and Vince decided that Will had to go. The episode heavily featured more Vince, more Vorgan and Lauren drama. And then it showed Will and Ashley kind of stirring that Morgan pot and being like, I think that Will really likes Lauren. I mean, I think that Vince really likes Lauren. So they got more of the gears going. And it sounds like Morgan and Keanu kind of have a truce in a sense, and maybe another forced partnership, but they both want to see basically the same people on the block. So I'm hoping one of those two wins, or Ashley. I hope one of those three wins. Actually, Ashley, Morgan, or Keanu. Once Tasha posted that clip in Discord of Keanu doing some acrobatic dance ish, I knew it was up. Yeah. Yeah. I knew, like, that was once you saw what the elimination was, and you knew that it was just him versus Ashley. And once you saw how he was moving, especially, it was a predictable result. Yeah. If the people who asked for this panel are not here, do not come here, then this live is going to be relatively short. But I'm staying on here in the event that Ma or what's his name, Andre or Milfman or Edward or any of them decide to show up. But if not, Ashley was on his tail though. I don't know how close she was. Well, I guess she was close at the end, but that's because he's so methodical with the way that he does his he does this thing at the end of these things where he'll walk up to the bell or walk up to the buzzer, but previous times he's been so far ahead that hasn't mattered. So this time he was not maybe as far ahead as he thought he was, because I'm like, wait a minute, she's running up behind you and you're walking. Like, what are you doing? If I get on this panel, this will be too lit. We don't know. I mean, we've never seen you on a panel. Mom might not come. I hope she does, but she lost her Willie. I still got my Morgan in the game though, and Morgan has a good a chance as anybody of winning this game. So, and Morgan, who you said is doing nothing, now has 2 power vetoes, and hopefully she'll get an HOH under her belt, and her resume is looking decent. I still got Lauren, but I want her gone. Why they sent Will home? Honestly, okay, so let me see. Lauren and Ava were the 2 who voted to keep Will. And the 3 who voted to keep Ashley were Vince, Keanu, Kelly, right? Kelly voted to keep Ashley. So that's the only vote that confuses me. Because I fully understand. Why. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Keanu? Yeah. Keanu and Morgan and Kelly, right? So, yeah, Kelly is the one that confuses the hell out of me. Because why the hell would Kelly want to keep Ashley? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. I'm confusing this. Keanu, Morgan, Vince. And then Kelly and Ava. Okay, so Keanu, Morgan, and Vince. Yeah, I totally get why Keanu and Morgan would want to keep Ashley, because they want to keep the person who has the better chance of winning the HOH to help with the balance of power. Vince, I don't know why Vince does anything. I don't know why Vince does anything, actually. Rachel got her Julie interview, and stroking that made her happy. Hi, Mickey. Kelly voted her out. Yeah, so I understand. I don't know, like I can't really say. Vince is probably right though, that if he sat next to Will, that he'd probably go home. But the thing is Ashley working with Vince? I don't think so. So is that really to her benefit? I don't know. I can't even say. I can't even really say. Because hold on.
What sense does that make? The math is not mathing.
Way. Shout out to my dogs at the crib.
Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib. Shout out all my dogs at the crib.
Vince wants Kelly and Ava up, but not Lauren. But unless Vince wins, Lauren's going up. Vince winning is the only thing that keeps himself, Lauren, and Kelly from going up. Because I feel like... Actually, not just Vince winning, because... So Lauren can't win HOH. So basically, himself or Kelly has to win. And actually, Kelly is so wishy-washy about Vince, so I don't even know. But maybe by default, she might not put him up. But the only way he can really guarantee for real that he doesn't go up is by winning himself. Because he has too many enemies in the house at this point. Now, I would be so pissed off if Morgan won HOH and didn't put him up. That would piss me off so much. Him and Kelly kind of fell out last night. I'll be so pissed off if that's the way that it played out. But for that reason, I'd kind of rather Keanu or Ashley win the next HOH. Ashley hasn't won one though, so I'd love for it to be Ashley. That's the number one person who I would love to see in that HOH room. He was pissed. She kept bringing up the Borg stuff. I didn't even get an alert. I gotta show you this chocolate. This happened at the beginning. Let's see if I can scroll up and find it. It was one of the original OG comments. Why is my mouse being funny with me though? It's like it doesn't want you to see Cass's comment. Mm-hmm. This is annoying. I need to start sitting at my desk again and using my mouse. Cass was the first one here and then did a victory lap because Jason was the second one here. And made sure to throw that in there. And I said, y'all two are the new Morgan and Lauren. Morgan asked, yes, you have to. I got tickled just because somebody Cass's age used a phrase that is so old. Like, this is before my time. Look that's like what I would see on like a 60s, 70s sitcom. Oh, look what the cat dragged in. I see Cass Wash had my name in her mouth. Nothing new here. Oh boy. That is funny. I can't help it. Your name is Chocolate. It's like, what else is new? That is jokes. Jokes and jokes and jokes. Spaghetti, spaghetti. That's from the Chappelle Show. If you have not seen the Chappelle Show, that was the show back in the day. I looked at her before she said a word, and I was like, looks like she's about to bust into tears. And sure enough, the moment she started speaking, the tears started coming. And then I pretty much held it together pretty good for the Ashley speech. But when I thought it looked like Will was like, okay, I saw her reaction, so I'm gonna be strong and I'm gonna do this for my adoptive family and my adoptive daughter. I mean the house guests, basically. And then when he tried to speak and started crying immediately, I was like, oh, this is rough. This is rough. I can't even think of really a sadder elimination. I felt more sad for this than for the Rachel thing, but that's because Rachel did not have a goodbye message. She did not have a campaign. I felt upset that she wasn't there, but I didn't feel sad because she didn't get her just due when it comes to that. Ava looks like she's been crying. She had been crying before her goodbye message. Yeah, because I guess they all spoke about it and they all told Will how the votes were going to be. And so he already knew who was going to be voting him out and that he was going to lose by this 3-2 vote. All right, y'all. So it looks like the panel is not happening. So we got another few. It's Ava and Lauren. Old fake ass Cindy Crawford looking so full. I was cracking up when Will and Ashley and everything were calling it a love triangle, and then it randomly clipped to Lauren just listening to the music, shaking her head around. Oh, how about Lauren crying to Keanu? So it showed Lauren talking to Vinny, and they were both like, after Morgan won and took herself off. Well, Vinny was like, "This is best case scenario for me because this was great based on who I'm aligned with." Lauren was like, "Either I get out my target or I get out one of the biggest threats in the house." So she was basically like, "I'm fine either way with whoever goes home either way." And then it shows her in the next scene talking to Keanu and crying and being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, Andre, better late than never, but never late is better. I just announced that I have an under 10-minute warning. But I'm glad you're here for it." Okay. I would not be shocked if Keanu does not. I would be pissed about that. She just doesn't want Keanu to come after her. But the crying, Drake, the crying man, the crying.
Oh my God, Jesus. I know you were just way too stingy with the common sense. You needed to disperse it a little better because these people.
Food time. Real food or fake food? Y'all literally came too late because I was like, if this panel is not here in what, 10 minutes, that's the end. But hi, thanks for joining. Um, Andre, Keanu won the blockbuster. Oh, you didn't see it? Yes, Mark is EP indeed. Andre won the blockbuster, and Will went home to 3-2 sad evictions for sure. I'm sorry, but BB Production set it up for Keanu to win. Come on now. I saw that, yeah, like we saw that. As soon as I saw the setup, I was like, it's over. So it was just a matter of who was going to be the vote. And then, of course, they put Vinny last. Yeah, I agree about the blockbuster. Hold on. I believe you have a prompt. Okay.
I'm just like, these people are, I don't know if they're sane or if I'm sane. Like, I could be the crazy one. I'm just like, this is all way too much. It's so stupid.
Man. Man. Say what you want about chocolate. Chocolate is the realest the realest person in my chat always. She may not get employee of the month, but just for the sheer fact that I laugh at least 2 or 3 of her comments per night is why she keeps herself as an employee for so long. Well, I will be in La La Land. So, fortunately, today was a long day. This whole week has been a long week. I've been up at 6 o'clock every morning. I have been going with one of my clients to court every single day. The court is like 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours long daily. Tomorrow is my first day of this week that I don't have to do that, but then I'll be in the office catching up on other work. However, I'm so glad that I don't have that to do in the morning. And so this is probably going to be one of those I wake up in the morning early. Yo, what was up with that knee brace for real? That little skinny knee brace. That little skinny knee brace of his. I'm like, is that doing anything for you? Because it seemed like it was just as thin as those tights that he was wearing. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, I will definitely be back. It was a fashion accessory. I'll definitely be back. I can't say tonight because it's unlikely that I'm going to be getting up after I go to sleep. However, I'll definitely be back tomorrow. I'll probably do a live in the morning. I can also do a panel on Friday for sure. I can definitely do a panel on Friday. But shout out to my old dogs and shout out to my new dogs. Hold on for what? What am I holding on for? You better have something good for me to hold on for. Otherwise, your pay is getting docked. And she's not even saying anything. Hold on.
What sense does that make? The math is not mathing.
The cast and chocolate beef is more entertaining than anything that I'm watching on the show right now. I must say that this is more entertaining than anything on the show, except maybe Vorgan. Thank you, chocolate. I appreciate that. You don't want nothing. I believe you have a prompt. Wait, do I have another one? Glazing the boss, I see. Chocolate, what you got to say? Chocolate, fight back, yo. Fight back, sis. Oh, it's an actual feature. What does the hype feature do? Tell me what the hype feature does. I'm trying to open this up and see if I can send a hype to myself, just so that I can understand what it does, what it do. What it does. Hype feature. So I see that Cass is number 1 and Chocolate is number 2. Wow. Mickey is number 3. Where's this hype feature you're talking about, ma'am? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing this hype feature that you're talking about. And I don't like that. Oh, she's fighting back by telling HR. Ouch. But what's the hype feature? Let me see. I'm not seeing any hype feature. Where's the hype feature? You making that up? You think because I dress like this, you can talk to me that way? You think because I dress like this, that you could talk to me that way? Here. Don't make the Long Island come out of me. I've never heard says nobody ever. I've never heard that one in my life. Don't make the Long Island come out of me. Castwash has manipulated the system to always make her number one. When you end the video, oh really? Okay. Now you got me hyped. Now you got me hyped to see the hype feature. Out. Zing. Ouch, man. That's an ouch right there. That is an ouch right there. You sound like Keanu. Ouch. Wow. It's where we share clip, take your finger and swipe over. Oh, did you? Appreciate that. Okay, let me see. Okay, guys, I'm jumping off now. Where are we? Thank you for joining me. And I got one more. Wait, hold on. I got one more thing to say.
You are now tuned in to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective.
What's up, family? It's Mimi from Big Brother Season 25, and you are now tuned in to Mindful Reality with Mark. I need for y'all to stop what you're doing and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe because the math ain't mathin', okay?